Yes.
How did you arrive at 800,000? You made the form.
No, that's today.
That's today.
Today's
I
value.
know. How did you have a zoning?
I know the market, I know what things are selling for around there. I'm gonna say it's worth at least 8, yes.
Sales comp, or is it through the cash flow?
It's through the sales comps.
Yeah, but even the 42, multiply it times 12, and then multiply it by another 10 or 12, you know.
42,000.
Yeah, the cash flow is not going to determine the value in the Pasadena area. It's not going to make sense cash flow wise, unless you have a huge down payment, and then even then, your return on investment is very, very small. The comps is what drives the market around here.
This is.
For small units,
Yes,
for 5, 6,
Yeah.
7, and yeah.
yeah. Even though it's a commercial property with a commercial, it's still small enough to where they're going to put a lot of value, a lot of weight on the comps.
The unit mix?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's more
Go on MLS and try to find a 5 unit that's not 5 studios for 800,000 or less in Pasadena. I don't think you'll find it. I'm just giving a conservative figure of 800,000. I think I could sell it all day long at 800,000. I sell it the first 30 days at 800,000, I believe that.
Would you carry the financing, sir?
No, but here's what I did to this property.
Paint it, change the color, okay?
There is a $515,000 loan on it now, approximately. I pulled $250,000 out. So since I had almost nothing in it, but let's say I had some money in it, $5,000 to close it and $5,000 a year in negative, that sound right? You know, so maybe I had $30,000 in it so far, since the beginning. But I got $250,000 out, so that leaves me with $230,000, $220,000 in cash, and also I still own the property. Now this property right now is taking a slight negative again, but that's okay. I have $220,000 out from it that I can feed that slow negative for really a long time. So, would you guys do something like this?
Yes.
Okay. I'll tell you a really cool little story. Some of you may know this person. I have a friend that bought 3 units in, let me write this down. You guys, I don't have a PowerPoint, but 3 units.
That wasn't the idea about it.
Yeah, that is in the idea box. For roughly $179,000. Around the same time, they bought 6 units for $189,000. Both in LA. What do you guys think?
LA?
Yes.
How come it was so
Rent
short?
control.
Yeah, LA's rent control.
But why was it only 10,000 more? What was the condition?
Different areas, better area.
In today's market?
No.
So I don't know the specifics, but let's just say it was 10% down in each. You know what? Somebody add this. What is this? 368. Let's say they put 20% down. How much is that? 73,000 down. Okay, you got 73,000 into the deal. That was 80. You know what I'm talking about? That was 80. That was. Let's call it.
Because I bought it.
Let's call it in the year 2000. 1999, 2000. Okay. This property went up slightly. Sold it last year for how much?
640.
640. Buyers right here. This property went up slightly too. Sold for 675. How much is that? 1.3 million. Close enough. It's 73,000 in the deal. Sold for 1.3 million.
Pay the difference.
Sounds like there's $1 million there, right? We're
Yeah.
close to. Call it 900,000. Those numbers, if they're in my mind, sound about right. Now, with this money exchanged, 1031. We're never going to erase this off the board, are we? Have to wet this whole board down to clean it up. 1031 into a $2.5 million desert oasis.
Basic.
that gentleman is sitting right there in the back, and Charlie's not in here. Jerry and Charlie bought this house, which you guys are all gonna see. $2.5 million house, that's probably worth $3 million today because of the repairs in Palm Springs. If you guys know that, that's probably like $5 or $6 million here. But they didn't show up. The lesson here is they didn't show up and just bought a $2.5 million home. The lesson is there was steps to get there. You know, I personally think if you just show up and buy a $2.5 million home, that's a little challenging. Can anyone just do it? Just do it. Usually you're moving steps along the way, right? So I thought this would be a great story because I am very proud of this. I'm not paying for it, but I'm very proud of this. Because I get to enjoy it, which you guys will too. This is Jerry and Charlie's little deals they did. I don't know what they put down payment. I know they didn't have a lot of money back then. They weren't putting 50% down. But, you know, 20,000 here and 25,000 here. But you see how this stuff just could snowball and escalate over time. And we're not going to talk a lot of time. This is 8 years. Who's still going to be alive in 8 years? Who's going to be alive in 15 years? You're not raising your hand, Linda. That's worrying me. Because aren't I responsible for your kids? Okay, questions about anything? Sean always has enlightening questions. I erase this to get some room. Go ahead, Susan.
Well, my question goes back to Don's question.
Yeah.
Yes, I have enjoyed the upside. I mean, I bought a house for $69,000, another one for $75,000, which I sold and made a 1031 exchange. I took some money, went to Africa and bought some units.
Right.
In Africa.
No. But I've been blessed by the economy, right?
Right.
Now, I remember back in the 91, 92, 93, 94,
Sure.
where there was no appreciation.
Sure.
So if you were to buy something today, how long, this is flat, you're talking the 5 years.
Right.
The deals that PowerHouse does that flips them. If there is a lot of market out there, properties for sale, not selling, how much you need to buy them to hold them for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months to get a property sold back again?
Are you talking about PowerHouse deals?
PowerHouse
These
deals.
ones are going to hold a little longer.
No, the ones that holding is holding, and you make money
Okay.
by raising rents, by paying down the debt, and by the appreciation that has been wonderful to all of the people that own properties. That's why you should buy and own.
Let's first get this basic understanding. Everything we're doing in here, whether flipping properties or earning real estate commissions, anything along the lines we're doing, whether you're a dentist, a chiropractor, a auto mechanic, the goal is to earn your money and then invest it in long-term real estate, right? Now, not to be confused with PowerHouse that we're going to be flipping deals every single day. We as a company are flipping deals for cash flow to get you guys paid, but ultimately, your money should be going into stuff like this. Okay, so back to your question, which was, how long do we need to hold these things? I don't know. You're how old, Eddie?
27.
Okay, who thinks that before Eddie dies, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, right? Real estate will be up, not just a little bit, but 3-4 times what it is today. Who thinks that, besides me? Right? Okay, because if you can go back at any period of time, this stuff looks cheap, right? $10,000 is cheap, right? Some of you guys have car payments now. I see this parking lot of great cars. Evan's got a beautiful car. Some of the car payments are starting to get to some of these old rent payments, right? That's true.
That is true.
But look at it this way. Anytime you go back in real estate, when I bought this stuff, I couldn't find a partner to help me. Or this one, Summit. I couldn't come up with $50,000. I didn't have it. I was trying to find someone with $25,000. I will borrow the other 20, of my end. I couldn't convince anyone to do it. I mean, I asked my family, and I don't know, real estate's expensive, it's risky. How long do you have to wait before it goes up? Same questions we're asking here. And I don't know if next year real estate's going to be higher. I have an idea. I don't know if in 2 years it's going to be higher. I can't